Problem 11. Each of the 5 numbers 1, 4, 7, 10, and 13 is placed in one of the 5 squares so that the sum of the 3 numbers in the horizontal row equals the sum of the 3 numbers in the vertical column. The largest possible value of the horizontal or vertical sum is. One of the first things we may know is that the sum of these 5 squares are fixed, but that doesn't mean the horizontal or the vertical sum has to be, because this sum is just equal to the horizontal sum plus the vertical sum minus the value of the number in the center. And this means that if you want the horizontal sum or the vertical sum to be as big as possible, we need the number in the center to be as big as possible. And the biggest number is 13. Now we only have 4 numbers left, 1, 4, 7, and 10. And we don't really have a choice because the horizontal and vertical sums must be the same. So one row has to have 1 and 10, and the other has to have 4 and 7. And when you add all the numbers up in a row, you get 24. So D is the correct answer. Problem 12. The ratio of the number of games won to the number of games lost, no ties, by the middle school middies. Least creative name ever is 11/4. To the nearest whole percent, what percent of its games did the team lose? So they won 11 games, and then they lost 4. 11 plus 4 is 15, the total amount of games they played. So they lost 4 out of 15 games. And 1/15 is around 6.66%. And 6.66% times 4 is 26.664%. And 26.64% rounds to 27%, which is B. Problem 13. The average age of the 40 members of a computer science camp is 17 years. There are 20 girls, 15 boys, and 5 adults. If the average age of the girls is 15 and the average age of the boys is 16, what is the average age of the adults? I will outline all the steps that need to be done first. First, you need to find the total age of everyone in the camp. Then you need to find the total age of all the girls and then subtract that from the total age. Then repeat the same thing with the boys, and then finally divide that number by the amount of adults to find the average age of the adults. So the total age of all the members is 40 times 17 equals 680. And the total age of all the girls is 20 times 15, which is 300. And the total age of all the boys is 15 times 16 equals 240. And once we subtract all of these numbers, we are left with 140. 140 divided by 5 is 28, making C the correct answer. Problem 14. In trapezoid ABCD, the sides AB and CD are equal. The perimeter of ABCD is, well, we know what BC and AD are. The only thing we have left to do is to find AB and CD. And let's name this point E and this point F. Now these triangles are congruent because 1, these sides have the same length, these sides have the same length, angles E and F are both right angles, and due to the properties of a trapezoid, these two angles are the same, so they're congruent. And that means that both triangles have a width of 4 because, or base of 4, because 16 minus 8 equals 8 length, which is spread evenly among these two, AE and FD. And this means that A, B, and C, D are 5 because of the 3, 4, 5 triangle. So 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 8 equals 18, plus 16 equals 34. So D is the correct answer. Problem 15. Bicycle license plates in Flatville each contains 3 letters. The first is chosen from the set CHLPR, the second from AIO, and the third from DMNT. When Flatville needed more license plates, they added 2 new letters. The new letters may be both added to one set, or one letter may be added to one set and one to another set. What is the largest possible number of additional license plates that can be made by adding 2 letters? Well, we need to find the current amount of possible plates. The current amount is 60. And let's look at all the possibilities. Let's say you add the 2 to the first set, then the 2 to the second set, or the 2 to the third set. The first one offers 84 possibilities, the next one 100, and the last one 90. Now let's look at the other ones. If you add the first one to the first set and another one to the next set, then you get which is 96. If you add one to the first and one to the third, you get 635, which is the same as this one. And if you add one to the second and one to the third, you get this, which is the same as this. And so the greatest amount of possibilities is 100, and 100 minus 60 is 40, which makes D the correct answer.